All right, third time's a charm. So I bought 3 items recently. I bought a little Mattel game, football game, that was broken in shipping. I bought a faulty PS2 that would not power on, and it works perfectly. It reads PS2 games, PS1 games, powers on, no problem, controller ports work. So yeah, I paid $27 for this. That's shipping and all, and it works just fine. So that ruined that video. So now I'm at the last thing that I had purchased recently, and it's this Nintendo 64. And the seller said that it powers on, but it won't display video. And it came with this 007 game. So we together are going to test and see if that's true. Power comes on, the red LED illuminates. And finally, a broken device. So let's see if I put a known good game in, what happens. Same thing. All right, let's spray some alcohol in there. Okay, we definitely don't have video out. I don't know if this has to be in for all games or just some games. I'm not sure how this thing's actually supposed to work, and I always have a hard time. Oh, you can see it's never even been removed. Dang, dude. Yeah, so I don't know how to get this out of here. I know I need to take this off, I suppose. I don't think this would, well, I got to take it out anyhow to take the console apart, so. Pins on it look okay. Let's put it back in there. Let's put the known good game back in. Yeah, so it's definitely not working. It's hard to see. Maybe we can check these pins in the back, make sure they're not corroded or anything. They look fine on that side. And they look fine on that side, so I don't think that's the issue. So let's continue to disassemble. So the board, to the naked eye, looks pretty good. Let's inspect these joints here under the microscope. For our AV connector, they look okay to me. Yeah, they look all right. So let's, I guess, continue. Well, we have seems to be a fairly simple Are these glued on there, or is that thermal paste? I guess I can heat those up and pull them off. To the naked eye, I don't see any corrosion at all. A little dust here and there. but if I were to plug this in and I were to get the known good game and the jumper pack, and I were to, with nothing connected, okay, still nothing. That's getting warm. All right. Let's look at these under the microscope. They look good. No corrosion. Looking on the inside. No corrosion. Looking at the board, where the game seats down in there, it looks fine. And we could take I don't think this has anything to do with it, but at least now it's clean. All right, so let's inspect. So some of these caps look like they are going to, I'll have to trace these out, but maybe some of these caps are blocking the video signal. And I don't know which one of these is the video RAM. I'm assuming the video signal originates at the CPU. I could be wrong. Yeah, all those are soldered on there well. Let's try to get these off of here. Let's go ahead and inspect around our big chips, looking for corrosion of some type. What kind of weird chips are these? You got 4 pins on one side and then a bunch of pins on the other. Either way, I don't see any corrosion. The only thing is I don't have a known good jumper. Now those pins seem to be on there solidly. So I think usually pin 1 on these chips are VN, right? Maybe not. Okay, so there's 3.4 volts on pin 1. 3.4 volts on pin 1. .4 volts. That's 5 volts. So no voltage to whatever that is. This seems to be more of a no booting at all issue than it doesn't display video. I could be wrong about that, but as I am often wrong about many things. Do we have any output? We use our jumper pack. So if I plug this in, is there any voltage? Nothing there. Nothing there. 0.7 volts there. Nothing there. 2.2 volts there. Yeah, so it's like we're getting, it's like it's wanting to do something, but it's not actually starting. It's not trying to boot. Let me see if I can find the schematics for this. So the CPU is getting hot. Both of those RAM chips are getting hot. Nothing else is getting hot. U5 is your video deal, and it's not getting hot. So yeah, I don't know, man. So I bought two more broken ones, and I thought that they said no power. I didn't really read the description very closely, but now that I get it, they were saying it powers on, but it has no AV output. So it's the exact same fault as this one. However, what I did notice was that when I connect this one up to my TV, it boots and I can hear the game audio. I just don't get any video. When I connect this one to my TV, I don't hear game audio, nor do I get video. So this one is not booting at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one apart, and then I'm going to see if I can figure out why this one has no video, and then use this one to fix this one, or to figure out what's wrong with this one, I guess I should say. So let's set this one to the side for now. All right, so the only corrosion, or what I think might have been corrosion, I found right in here. I've checked all the pins, and they all seem solid. On this chip, there is no corrosion. Do a spot check with a few pins. This is the RAM down here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what U1 does. I think U5 or U6 here, I think is the video IC, and then you have your capacitors that, or no, maybe U2 is your video IC, or no, that's your audio amplifier. Maybe I don't know. It says amp. So this may be the video chip. MAV, yeah, maybe audio video. I'm not sure. I don't know what this chip here does. PIF protocol interface. No, that's, anyhow, I'm not sure. So let's give it a test. The arrow lines up with the arrow here. Like so. Let's take our, as a matter of fact, let's put some alcohol in that. Let's plug in power. Let's connect our AV cable and put our game in. Let's power it on. Still no video. Alright, so I took the third one apart, and this one seems to be a bit sticky. At least it had all its screws there. So yeah, this one seems to be quite sticky. I have a feeling that some roaches were in this bad boy. So let's take and I'm just trying to get any type of big corrosion that may be in the port. So I'll need a microscope. They seem to be all right. All right, let's take our heat sinks off. All right, so the good thing is this model is exactly like the one that I originally had. Let's inspect this more closely right here. This looks kind of rough. I think that's good. So these should be, this side's not too bad. All right, so that looks a lot better. Even the switch is gross, man. There were a lot of roaches in this bad boy. That chip looks good. That chip looks good. Got some more roach pieces right here. Ooh, that hope this V is all right. There's two more, so it should be fine. All right, so everything is looking better. Got all the corrosion those chips. So hopefully that was the only thing that was stopping it from displaying video, because it did display sound. Let's power it on and see if we get any video. That's a negative. We don't get any video. Alright, so I've done a little more maintenance. So this is the board that was corroded, right? And it definitely still plays audio, but it does not play video. So I went through and put some deoxit on the game card reader. So anyhow, we're going to try it one more time. And as you can see, it does not work. But I know that it plays sound. So one of the things we're going to do is we are going to probe with the oscilloscope. So a couple things. See if I can fit my writing into the shot. So on U5, which is this chip right here, it seems like this is the video. These two things involve the video. And so basically I'm just going to try to check the inputs with the oscilloscope and see if I can get any sort of reading on the input of U4. And I'm going to start with I guess U4. So U4, we got 3.3 volts on pins 1 and 15. So I'm going to have to somehow hook a ground wire up to this thing. Alright, we have a ground wire hooked up for the oscilloscope probe. So let's connect our ground wire. So we are going to check pin 1. I'll power the console on. We're going to check pin 1. And it looks like we are sitting at about 1 volt per division, so that's 3.3 volts. And then I'm supposed to have 3.3 volts on pin 15, which this is 13. So 13, 14, 15 is right here, and we do. So we have our voltage coming in. So now we need to check pin 17, 19, and 21. And that is our blue, green, and red in. So we got pin 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 right here. And we get nothing. So 13, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nothing. 18, 19. Nothing. 2021, nothing. But I know the console's running because it would make sound. What are the inputs to that chip though? I don't know what the clear inputs of this chip are, but I don't know. Let's use the microscope. We know pin 1 was VCC here. And then this pin 2. So we got a signal here, but we don't have that same signal here. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We have it here. We have a signal there. We have a signal there. And that's an, ooh. Okay, so we know we're getting a signal, so let's try one more time. Oh, you know what? I don't know if you guys were seeing that. Let me, I might have not been actually recording what the signals look like. So let's, so checking the signals. That's what the signal looks like. Yeah, but I'm not getting anything. So there's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm not getting anything on the output. Absolutely nothing on the output. Now I suppose it's possible. That this chip could be pulling it down, but if I were to take a multimeter, put it in diode mode, and I were to probe, red probe on ground, black probe on 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. If I probe there, it's shorted. That's not good. That's 18, 19. That's super low. 20, 21. That's super low. So which one of these is causing it? It can either be this chip or it can be this chip that's causing the short, because those pins are connected together. So I think I'm going to remove this chip. All right, let's go back into diode mode and let's see if there was a change on the resistance of those pins of that chip. So we were at 17, so here's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, they're still super low. 18, 19. Still super low. 20, 21. And those run to this chip right here. So let's remove that chip. I just don't, as one of these chips are bad. I mean, maybe the resistance is supposed to be that low. I don't know. I don't know. So pin 12 of this chip is ground. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's 0.6. But it's still shorted on this. So I think this chip may be the suspect chip, unless these traces go somewhere else. Let me get this other chip off and I will. And I don't think those capacitors are bad, simply for the fact that they, I don't smell any fish smell. Right, so let's move this chip over. All right, so what on this chip, what is ground? So pin 7 on this chip is ground. And pin 1, 2, and 3 are the blue, green, and red inputs. So that's good too. Oh my goodness, bros. but it's still shorted on this, I bet. Let me look under the microscope. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now it goes to a via. So I don't know if this is connected. This 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is definitely connected to here. Is it connected to here? No. So it goes through the board. Same thing is true for 19, and the same thing is true for 21. So these three, and I'm assuming this must be sync right here. But if I were to go red probe on ground, we're getting 110 ohms. And maybe that's normal. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. So maybe me chasing the ground is, maybe I'm chasing my tail here. Okay, what about this other one? Let's look at this other one real quick. It's the same model. Let's go overhead camera. It's the same model. This is the one that won't boot at all. But I'm hoping at least the video section is. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, so that's normal. Okay, so I'm going to go with what I should have done to begin with. Was I'm going to say that the faulty chip is not this chip, not the small chip. I'm going to say the faulty chip is that big chip. I'm going to use the microscope to do this. I think next step is we are going to take the one that won't boot at all, and we are going to remove that chip from here. Alright, that's off. Yeah, we're good. Let's hope this works, because I don't know. I don't know if that other one, like I said, it wouldn't boot at all. There was no audio or no video. All right, I think it's cool enough for us to test, and we will turn it on and hope it works. And it doesn't.
T&E soft.
I don't know what the problem could be unless the encoder on that one was bad. It's impossible to figure these out. Alright, so let me give you an update. So here's what I've been doing. This is the board that no video but sound. I could hear audio, right? So I took the chip off of this board and I put on this board, and I took this chip off of
the one that wouldn't boot, and I put on the one that had the audio but no video. And that didn't fix the audio but no video issue that was being experienced on this board. So then I said, okay, well, let's figure out why the original one that I originally started the video with, why won't it boot? So what I did was I took this chip from the one that would boot and play audio but no video, and I put it on here. No change. This still wouldn't boot. So then I took, and I did this one at a time. So then I took this RAM IC and I put it here. Still wouldn't boot. This RAM IC still wouldn't boot. This IC onto here, it still wouldn't boot. So currently, this board has pretty much every chip that was originally on this board, and I just put the coprocessor or whatever from the one that had audio but no video. I just put it on here. And so let's see if we can get any sort of action now, because this is the last thing. All right, this is it, man. This is the deal. This is what I'm thinking, right? And this is the IC that was originally on this board. And this was originally, remember, it's confusing. This is the one that would not boot at all. No video, no audio. So now, let's switch over. All right, let's see what we get. And what do you know? We have a working Nintendo 64. So the one that I started with, the original one that would not boot, this is the faulty chip. U9. U9 was the faulty chip. But on another note, this one had no video, but every chip that was on this board is now on this board, and it works fine. Now this one boots. It's fine now. So that tells me that the problem with this one must have been something other than, I think the problem with this one was this port or something. But I looked in there, I didn't see anything weird. But I finally did it. I finally friggin' figured out the fault, bro. Y'all know how much work it is to change these chips out. It takes forever. Well, it probably wouldn't take forever for some of y'all, because you guys are geniuses, but for me, I'm not the greatest at soldering. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So I've got it working, and this video is already long enough, man. This has been like a 2-week ordeal trying to fix a stupid Nintendo 64. I said I wanted a broken one, and Lord have mercy, did I ever. But the strange thing, so this one wouldn't boot. It's fixed now. These no video ones, though, are strange, because I still got one. I still got this one right here, which if you notice is it's a different type. I haven't desoldered anything on this. It has audio but no video, and this is the video IC for that chip, or for this version. So I don't know, maybe I'll try changing out capacitors on this and see if that makes any type of difference. I don't think so, but what do I know, man? I never thought it would have been the very last chip, dude. That was the very last chip that I changed. I was checking them one at a time. So I'd put this one here. I would check this one. It wouldn't work. So I'd put it back onto this one and cut this one on and make sure I was still getting video but no audio. Or audio but no video. And I would. I did that all the way up to there. Because this chip right here is this chip that was originally on this console. And with its original chip on there, I was getting no video but audio. So yeah, so it was the very last chip that I changed that finally got that one working. But so this one is broke forever. Because I'm pretty sure you can't order a new one of these. This one there's still hope for. Maybe if I figure out what's wrong with this one, I'll do a quick video to update. But this video here is long enough as it stands. Sorry I didn't show all the soldering, but I'll let you see under the microscope how horrible my soldering is. You can see all the flux. I've got to clean all this flux off. This pad, where's my tweezers at? This pad right here came away from the board. So it's not actually, you can see it's a little crooked. This is ridiculous, man. It was very difficult to do, but I did it. So anyhow, that's it for this one, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys learned something. I learned a lot about Nintendo 64s. Namely that no video but audio problems are difficult to figure out what's wrong with them. That's what I learned. Anyhow, y'all be good.